Good morning. It is Monday and I feel as tired as I look. It's 12:15. I woke up at 10:30 because I'd spent all night in the hospital in A&E. I had been in A&E with my dad until 4 a.m. He had a fall yesterday that was more significant than some of the other ones that he's had recently. He fell, hit his head, he's cracked his head open here. I spent lunchtime with him, made sure that he had a meal and everything, and then my mum was due to go around at 6 p.m. and when she got there, that's how she found him. So I don't know how long he had been like that and when he fell. Don't know whether he lost consciousness or not, but my dad is fiercely stubborn and independent. Obviously the past week we've been looking into making sure that we can do that and support him and make sure that he's able to get hold of somebody and that we're getting some extra support. But for someone that denies that there's anything wrong with them at this point, it is very, very difficult, and it's got to be treated with a lot of care and sensitivity because he needs this help, but he doesn't think he needs this help, and we've got to be careful because we can only advise so much. He's got to be the one to make these moves and accept some of the support that is on offer to him, but we're getting there. He is still in A&E. The wait for a bed is 26 hours. So when we left him last night at about 3:30, I dropped my mum off after that. He was still waiting and he's still there. I've spoken to him this morning and he's okay. He had a lot of tests done last night. None of them are massively conclusive, but they have picked up on a few things that are wrong. So that's good. He's in the right place for that, and I feel better that he's there, and there's a bit of relief that he's there and that he's getting some of the care and support that he needs. So there's a little bit of that. Last night I had my last meal before I got that phone call, so I was absolutely knackered, and I ate at the hospital an oat cookie from the vending machine. It was actually very nice, and a Bakewell flapjack, which satisfied my Bakewell tart craving. So not the day back to plan that I expected, but also this is fucking life. It's not always going to go exactly how you wanted it to or you thought it would. So you've just got to adapt. And I'm not kicking myself for that. I should have done a midweek check-in this morning, but obviously I was asleep and prioritised that. But I did message Amy and told her what was going on about 8 p.m. last night. So she knew where my check-in was and why it wasn't there, basically. And she's been nothing but supportive, as expected, because she's a fucking angel. But I did weigh myself this morning, and I'm another 1.4 kilo down from that. No. Yes. 1.1. 1.2. I'm 1.2 kilo down from the weigh-in that I did yesterday after the hen weekend. So my body is starting to right itself, and even after the sleep that I had last night. So I don't anticipate there being a lot of damage done by the hen weekend. So we'll see how that settles throughout the week, although I'm pretty sure I'm expecting my period this week. Or certainly could be if I ovulated on the 13th of June, and it is now the 23rd, 24th. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. I did have some appointments and stuff today for my skin, for a client consultation that I've had to rearrange. I also had an appointment with my dad to speak to a company called Apex Neuro that might help him regain some of the strength in his upper body. But I'm having to rearrange that as well. But at the minute, he's in the best place to get the help that he needs. So that's fine. I can rearrange that and see if it's something that we still need to pursue after all of these things have been sorted out. But I've given myself a little bit more time today. I've still got a massage booked in. And my God, am I fucking going to go to that and not miss it, because I need it. And I think it might help with any water that I'm holding from stress. And just some of the foods that I've eaten over the weekend that might be accumulating a little bit of swelling and stuff. Still looking okay, and I'm okay with it. I couldn't be handling this any better than I am. So I'm giving myself the grace there. I'm at the gym now. I don't think it's going to be a mega session, but I'm also not here for that. I'm here to just move, and this session is more for my head than anything else. So I'm going to just enjoy it. Considering that life is like staring into the abyss at the moment, that was fucking insane. I had some fucking mental PBs in there. No, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but I mean, it's doing something for me. At least there are gains to be made. Another wonderful day at Lincoln County Hospital. It's a 36-hour wait for a bed. 36. Last night it was 24 or 26, can't remember. Oh, but I got a phone call this morning from my dad. Literally just a FaceTime, and he was sat in the waiting area, and I was like, what? What are you doing there? The man cannot get to the toilet, like, and push himself up out of a chair by himself. How could he possibly be okay to sit in the waiting area? And I tried to ring A&E several times, and they weren't picking up the phone. So I've been up at A&E all day. It's now 6:07 p.m. I'm going back to let Maggie out and to give her a bit of fuss and feed her, and then I'm coming back up, and I think I'm coming back up with a pillow and maybe a yoga mat and just treat it like a show day. Fucking Jesus. But I've got my steps in, and because I knew how long I was going to be there, I've prepared a lot of my meals and taken them up. I had a very quick turnaround once I'd had that phone call, and when I was on hold to the switchboard, I made a load of meals, which was great. So it means I've not been caught out today. When I get home, I'm going to make up my oatmeal and pack up some bits of that with my scales so that I can have it. I've got my yogurt meal already made up because I figured I can get half of that last meal 4 or 5 or whatever it is in me. I'm gonna charge my phone up as I go home, and then at least I'll be prepared for the long haul. Fucking hell. But I'm hoping that tonight's the night that he gets to bed, and then at least I know he's safe and looked after, which is part of the reason why I was so annoyed today when I just saw him sat in the waiting area. Anyway, he's in good spirits, and that's good enough for me at the minute. Came back up with my pillows, ready for another good night's sleep, and he's been taken to a ward. So I'm gonna need success. I'm gonna go and eat my beef meal in the car, and when I get home I'll have my oatmeal, and then peace. I think visiting times are between 2 and 8, so whatever happens tomorrow, whether I'm at work or not, I've got time to sort my shit out before I'm back up here again. It's all good. The least graceful mount I've ever done. I don't even know what I was doing. RDLs the other day, and I was just like, I'm going to have to leave it like with the bar out so that I can actually do that without a spot doing it for me. It's a proper contraption, isn't it? But it's good. It is good. I like it. not for decent reps, and that's the first time I've ever done that. can't believe I've still got this on. I really need to try and just look after myself a little bit today, which is exactly what the plan is. I've just trained quads and delts. It was pretty decent. There's still reps in reserve training in there, which is a bit shit at times, but also isn't an excuse to go light. Like, it's just reps in reserve, so you can push yourself on the weights, but you just have to kind of, rather than go full send, just catch yourself and go, oh, I should probably stop now. That's how I see it. So it doesn't mean you can't push it. I'm just going to nip into Sainsbury's and grab some bits. And I'm going to go home and wash my hair and wash myself, because I don't think I showered yesterday, because I got home from the gym and everything had kicked off and my dad had been moved into the waiting room and I was raging. So I'm pretty sure I didn't shower. That's just life right now. So we'll do that. I'm off work today. It's a little bit more restful. I've got a client consultation later on, but I'm going to see if I can move it forward. I'm pretty sure she's on a rest week from work, so might have the capacity to do that, because visiting hours are between 2 and 8 and I've got that booked in at 5:30. So that kind of puts it bang in the middle of that, which is not ideal. But that's just the theme of the week. I've spoken to my dad this morning. He had a pretty shitty night's sleep just because of all the noise, which I expected. So he's a little bit grumpy, but he is safe, and that is the important thing. Just glad that he's being looked after, and hopefully today we'll start to get some answers, because fuck me, it's a long old game waiting to find out what the hell's going on. But I think we might be doing that for some time. But he's in the right place, and that's just trying to keep my focus on he's in the right place and people are looking after him, and anything that comes later we can sort. I checked my weight this morning, even though I didn't eat until very, very late last night. I think it was 9:30, 10 o'clock that I was eating my porridge. My weight is exactly the same as it was yesterday, which is a good telltale sign for eating that meal that bit later, that my weight has dropped back to where I'd kind of expect it to be post-weekend. In the moment, my head was like, oh, you fucked it. Realistically, when you come away and you kind of see yourself, you're like, oh no, I haven't, you silly bitch. It's very difficult. It's actually draining. But I liked how I looked today, so figure all of this out. I do think my period is on the way. I'll be fucking amazed if I get a bleed this month. I really will. The fact that I ovulated though is a bloody good sign. We shall see. If I do, I anticipate that will be towards the end of the week. Can't wait. Right, first hospital trip of the day done. I've just been to see Dad. I've just watched him eat for the first time in about 10 years with barely any tremors. To the point where I asked the nursing staff whether they'd done anything different, like different medication or what has happened. I was in tears watching him. He just used a fucking knife. And I know that sounds really like he just used a knife. He just used a knife. I can't remember the last time I saw my dad use a knife or be able to eat a meal without having to adapt something. Christ, I hope this is like the start of just some positivity. Just done some exercises with him as well to test his upper body strength, and it's stronger than he thinks it is. I feel a lot more positive today. What? What? Hello and happy Wednesday. I have to genuinely check what day it is because I've no idea. Today I've gone back to work and I'm picking up the camera at 2:30 because that's just how it has been. And I haven't taken a lunch break because I'm just trying to get through some emails and whatever has backed up whilst I've not been there, which no, is not healthy and not what I would recommend, but here we are. Tanking another poo juice. People are being very nice and very considerate and really looking out for me, which is lovely. It's a rest day and I did this morning 4,500 steps and 20 minutes cardio and just wanted to get in there and move and feel good for that. Feeling a little bit today, just a little bit run down. My tummy is not doing what you'd expect it to do, which is always the case when I am experiencing any kind of stress. I'm so bored of myself. But I'm getting on with work today, and then we will be back up at the hospital later. So whatever steps I haven't done now, I imagine I will have them done just walking from the car park to the ward, because my dad's ward is fucking miles away from the main entrance. But I did think to myself yesterday that that's pretty good, because it means I'll just get my steps in effortlessly. So it's all good. Yes, my nails look like this. That's the worst they've looked since Andy bought me the Myla machine, because I just haven't had time to sort it out, and they keep pinging off. They took out his medication that's supposed to help his tremors. He now doesn't have tremors. Okay. As far as I'm aware today, he's had a physio appointment, and we're just waiting to hear back on some of the tests and stuff that he has had, but he's looking a lot brighter, and I'm feeling very hopeful and positive that at some point soon I should get my dad back. But God, it has been stressful. I don't think it's going to stop being stressful for a little while, but we'll get him right and we'll get there. Just patience and trying to look after myself in the meantime. Trying to do the minimum. I've got socks in my hair to try and do something with my appearance, and I'm going to get to bed early tonight. It's just hard to look after yourself when you're trying to look after everybody else, isn't it? But I'm doing bite-sized chunks, which I think is all you can do. I've got my check-in tomorrow. but my weight is back down from the weekend. I think I was 63.05 this morning after no poops yesterday, a bit of a bowel flare-up, which I also get when I'm stressed, and potential, what I would say was period symptoms. So I'm all good with it. It'll be what it'll be. Don't think I'm in a bad spot at all. And because I have been so focused on everyone else this week and making sure Dad's okay, the food focus has not been there at all. I've been having to not force feed myself my free calories, but I've got no interest in being a dick, so at least there's that. I've also put all my Easter egg chocolate, bar that one that's unopened, in the fridge. I don't like chocolate from the fridge, so it's instantly less appealing to me. Just a tip. My favourite delivery of the month has arrived. Our Nespresso order has just come. I will show you what's in it, because I'm pretty sure there was some iced latte stuff in there, which I'm very excited about. Happy Thursday. I got up about half an hour ago. I've overslept my alarm. But I'm back on the stairs because I really wanted to make a good dent in my cardio today, which is not going to be possible, but I can get 20 minutes in and then walk for 20 minutes at least. And then it will be time to go. Yeah, hi, hello. That was not the ideal start today, but I got 20 minutes walking, I got 15 minutes cardio in, so it's better than doing nothing. It's better than doing nothing, that's where it ends, isn't it? I've done my check-in this morning. I am unhappy. I'll still post it in here because that's what this is all about. I'm unhappy, but I know why I look the way that I do. My midsection is just so abnormal looking. But I'm sure my period is coming this week, or at least period symptoms. Even if I don't bleed, period symptoms are happening this week. Oh, thank you. Condition is still looking okay. It's just my midsection that is just freaking me out, and my weight has gone up. And this is another telltale sign of my period being around the corner. So yesterday when I weighed in, I was 63.05. I am still tracking my weight this religiously because I need to almost, it's not telling my head because I know all this stuff already, but it's just as all of these bodily functions come back, I almost want to train myself again to recognize what they are for my own. So my body weight yesterday was 63.05. This morning it is 64.2. Now I got back from the hospital late last night after visiting my dad and had my creamy at about 9 p.m, which is later than I would normally want to eat, but that's what happened. So there is a little bit of that in there. There's also the fact that I'm having some sort of flare up of my bowel condition that I've had for about 3 years, but I don't get it very often, where it's not IBS. I don't know what it is because they never told me. Like I had a camera and everything, and they were just like, yeah, it looks a bit inflamed, and I was like, cool. And that's where it ended. There was no like diagnostics or anything, but it's ever so often I get something like that. And it's happening this week. It affects me feeling like I need to shit all the time, but I don't. And it makes my stomach enormous, which is great for someone that's trying to like really get on board with some positive body image. Yeah, that's where my body's at right now. I think it's probably triggered by stress, shock, but we're just getting on with it. Whatever it is will fade and will stop. So the rest of me is looking okay. There's still some condition in my legs. I can still see my hamstrings. Like I'm not that upset about it. It's just my midsection. But we like honesty here, so I've checked it in anyway, and you can see what I mean, where the bloating and the inflammation is. I'm sure it will pass, and I am actually hopeful that I have a period because it means that my body is pretty healthy and is able to sustain life. Like that is, your period is a really good dashboard warning light that will tell you a lot about how your body's functioning. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm glad that I got something in. I'll go out on a walk on my lunch, which I didn't do yesterday and I need to do today for my own health and sanity. And that'll be my steps pretty much got for the day. But I'm going to go home and have a shower because I'm a stinky girl. I haven't had my breakfast yet. And I'll wait for my feedback from Amy and see what she says. But I don't think much will change this week. I've been pretty good with food this week as well. Like where I've not been on plan, it's been because I was up at the hospital until 4 a.m. Yesterday with my dad had some chockies that someone had bought him, and I had a couple of those. I'm not saying no to sharing anything with that man right now. Like I'm just not. I'm sure they'll all be gone when I go up there today. But do you know what I mean? Like it's not anything that would have really impacted my weight that much or how I look. So yeah, I'm not so fucked that I can't see that. Like at the end of the day, I am a coach and I'm very objective and can see things for what they are. How I feel about it is separate. But yeah, that's how the day's going. I'll show you what we got in our espresso order because I'm gonna go home and have one. I'm still waiting for my taking feedback, but whilst I do, I don't know whether this is interesting or not, but I think it is if you're thinking of getting into an espresso. So if you have an espresso machine, we have a Virtuo, and the reason why I was going to talk about this is because we've recently, with the weather being how it is, gotten into our iced coffees. I bought this from the Trafford Centre, which is the pistachio vanilla flavour over ice. We really got into that. However, over the past couple of weeks, I have turned every single one of these into an iced coffee. We also picked up in this delivery the coconut vanilla flavour, which is a over ice one, but literally all of these can be turned into over ice. And how we're doing it is obviously just putting through the Nespresso as normal into a glass with ice, and then pouring either oat milk or unsweetened almond milk over the top. Now, oat milk is lower calorie than your standard milks, but oat milk still carries more calories than your unsweetened almond. Unsweetened almond is pretty much negligible calories for having iced coffees and stuff, which is why I was allowed it in prep and why I'm still continuing to use it now. So I'll allow myself one of these with oat milk, but I will have the rest of them if I have more than one a day with unsweetened almonds. So I'm ready to go for this one today. Coconut and vanilla flavour over ice, but it's 230 ml, so I think I will have to do it in a larger glass. But our Nespresso delivery is usually made of ginseng delights, which are my favourites. So we've got 3 sleeves of those. We've got the 2 iced coffee specific. I've also put in a rich chocolate because I think that will make a nice iced coffee. We've got the Oatly collab, which is delicious. And then we've also got a Stormio, a Colombia, a Mexico, and a Bianco Piccolo. And they're just generally the ones that we have just for a coffee, but the rest of them are like, for all the flavoured ones are mine because I'm a sweet coffee cow. On the menu today. I'm on my way back now. Nice little sunset. Tonight's requests were grapes, dark chocolate Kit Kats. I think that was it actually, and ice. I've been sneaking ice into him in the Yeti mugs because he just is gasping for a cold drink because it's so hot up there. But yeah, he's getting better every time I go in, so that's good. But feedback on my check-in this morning is we're not touching anything or putting food up or doing anything until my body has calmed down doing whatever the fuck it's doing at the moment. My body doesn't know whether to not shit or shit for England. And yeah, all the signs are there massively. Because of that weight jump, we're not putting food up anywhere just so that we can see where my body is actually at. But Amy is like, we are going to have to put some more food in soon because you are still too lean, which is mad because at the minute I'm so hyper focused on my midsection looking so soft and distorted that I'm like, no, I'm not. But realistically I am. I'm still too lean for like where we need to be right now. So it's really hard to accept and just crack on when you are in this position, but I trust her 1,000,000% and I know that she won't let me get too fat. I'm gonna keep monitoring my weight as I am at the moment, like daily, for the next few weeks still. I just want to, like I said, retrain my brain and see where some of the fluctuations are so I can see what causes them and just get a hold of what my body is doing in a minute and be able to track it better based on some of the signs it is presented to me. I can't remember whether I've touched on this or not, but something else that I have done today is sort out our contents insurance for Andy's wedding ring because he lost it on Monday. He went to see Guns N' Roses with my stepdad on Monday night and he lost his wedding ring and he is gutted, like gutted. I'm gutted, but also he takes care of his stuff so well that, one, if he didn't care that he'd lost it, I'd be upset. 2, if he didn't take care of his things, I'd be upset, but he doesn't. He looks after things really, really well. If this was going to happen to either of us in our relationship, it would be me. And yeah, he's devastated, but I've managed to sort it out on our insurance, so it's only going to cost 50 quid in our excess to replace it. But thank fuck it's not like a family heirloom or something. It was a wedding ring that we got from Goldsmiths, and you know, obviously it's not the original, which he's very, very sad about, but it's not like my great grandma's wedding ring or something ridiculous, which would have devastated not only us but our entire families. So fucking hell, what a drama this week that neither of us needed, really. Bless him. This is your tip to make sure that all of your like sentimental jewellery and expensive jewellery is on your contents insurance. Good morning from me and another iced coffee. This is the coconut one, and it's, do you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed. The coconut vanilla over ice is a mug. And I'm not slagging it off. It's mug sized, and I don't know, the kind of coffee potency just isn't there. But we drink it anyway. It is Friday. Thank fuck it's Friday. I woke up this morning in so much pain. Andy thought I was having one of my chest pain episodes, but actually I just felt like I'd been kicked in both kidneys and was winded. That's the level of pain I was in. It seems to have subsided, which is weird, and I went and trained pulling hams anyway. It was okay. It wasn't wicked, but it was okay. Strength was still really good, but I just got tired easily. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. But other than that, like, things are okay. I'm just cracking on with some work this morning. Girls are checking in, which is great, and I will go through them this evening. I'm not heading up to the hospital this evening. I've said that I needed to prioritise the girls and stuff like that, and my dad is doing well enough that I feel like I can leave him for the night, and my mum's going to go up anyway, so he's not going to be on his own. Probably will like a change from just seeing me. I've got a little bit of time tonight to just have a little bit of me time and look after the girls and make sure they're all doing okay and stuff like that. So I feel good. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I think I got shy of 6 hours, which is not brilliant. So I am feeling it. I am ready for a rest, even though I've just had 2 rest days. Things just don't feel like rest days this week, do they? Because I've got so much going on, and I'm really sorry if this week has been really fucking boring and just largely about me navigating hospital appointments and managing things on top of the usual, but that's how my week has been. So it is what it is, but things feel like they're really starting to look up a little, so it's not all bad at all. Today I'm actually branching out on my free calories. Wow. I can't stomach loads of extra volume. 250 calories doesn't get you a lot of food anyway, but I just can't do it. My stomach and my digestion is still so poor that I can't do it, but I have branched out into some different yogurts. She crazy. So I'm gonna have one of those today. It's just a 40 gram of protein strained yogurt from Lidl that I picked up last night to try and introduce something that's not Easter egg. Because I've just been going for things that are quick and easy, but again, eating things like Easter egg, even if it's in my plan, is not helping with head stuff. So I'm out for a walk. I'm doing what I said I'd do. I'm being a good galley. I've also just bought another poo juice, which probably won't work. By the way, £2.20. When did that happen? I swear these were £1.80. They certainly were under £2 last time I checked. Fuck them. Fuck you. I feel like my personality is starting to return after the stresses of this week today. Soz about that. And I think that is helped by booking things to look forward to. Me and the girls last night booked our expo tickets for the Arnold's next year, which I know is a really long way off, but it's just something nice to think about, even though it's March. So we booked a Saturday ticket. If you're thinking of going, let me know. And Andy and I have been talking about booking our holiday this weekend as well, putting the deposit down for that. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fucking nice, doesn't it? So Lots to look forward to. But do you know what keeps fucking upsetting me today? And you can tell that my personality is starting to come back and that I'm not feeling as rough because I've got the energy to slag things off. M&S have brought out a strawberries and cream sandwich. What? Who the fuck is buying that? Who is buying that? And they're like, no, it's not normal bread, it's sweetened bread. Oh, okay, sign me up then. No. Ugh. I keep seeing it all over my Instagram feed and it just makes me want to vomit every time. But yeah, starting to feel a little bit brighter, as you can probably tell. Although everything bodily function wise still makes me feel like a sack of shit. But my head's clearer and that's nice. That's it, I'm just going to get some steps in now. I think I'm on about 3,500. I'll go out and have a walk later when I'm feeding back to the girlies. And then I plan to shave my legs because I look like a tarantula. Exfoliate and do a tan for tomorrow. Lovely stuff. Good morning, it is Saturday, it is a rest day. We are on the minute, so this is going to be a very short vlog entry, but it's my best friend's baby shower today and we are travelling to her parents' house in Buckinghamshire. So I'm on rest day food. I've taken some stuff for more protein than anything, rather than free calories, because I'm going to allow myself something today at the baby shower, but I have taken my mince and rice meal out so that I can have a bit of both. The rest of the day will be on plan as normal. We've had some breakfast, we've had a coffee, and now we are ready. Annoyingly, her present hasn't arrived, but will do by the time the baby's here. You ready?
Yeah.
Snazzy outfit.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Again, I didn't film too much at the baby shower today because I just wanted to soak it up and enjoy it. I did very much. I had sandwiches, crudités, a bit of hummus, a slice of cake, and then we left there about 4 and got back so that I could visit my dad for half an hour because that's all that there was left of visiting time, but it was worth it anyway. And so that is Saturday. A lot of driving, a lot of sitting around in the heat, but a lot of catching up with friends and stuff, and it was really nice. So I'm looking forward to having a more restful day tomorrow, even though that includes training legs and still coming up here and probably doing a bit of food shopping and stuff as well, but I will sit at some point. Dad has made some really good improvements again and showed me tonight that he could get up from his chair unaided and take a few steps as well. It's just going to be building his confidence. When you've had so many falls, that's going to take a little bit of a hit to your confidence about what you can do on your own and what your capabilities are, but he just needs to kind of trust us that he can do it. We'll get in there. Good morning, it's Sunday. I've just trained lower. I've just done 20 minutes of cardio and I've just done a few steps and I'm feeling pretty good. This Sunday is a huge difference to last Sunday in the way that I feel, in the way that life is going, and things just seem in a better place, a much better place. Not out of the woods by any means, but in a much better place. And I looked at myself today and was like, yeah, you're not looking bad. For 5 weeks post show, it's in a pretty decent spot. So I'm not kicking myself for anything. And I'm feeling all right about everything, apart from just feeling a little bit tired. That session was good, but it wasn't like groundbreaking like the rest of my sessions have been over the last couple of weeks. But there has been a lot of stress and there has been a lot of fatigue. And also, I was just walking downstairs from the treadmill and my fucking left knee was like, no, I don't want to do that today. And just pranged and feels like a piece of shit. So I'm not all that happy about that. But I'm going to stay off it today as much as possible and just get my steps in and rest for the rest of the time. But yeah, Thank God this week is over. Thank God. I don't think it's going to be easy going forward. Like, I think there's still things that we need to work out with my dad and his health and stuff. But he's in a much better place, and all of the referrals have kind of been made for all of the support that he needs, like neurology, rheumatology, that kind of thing. His liver's not working properly, but we don't know why. It's probably because he's getting hammered by a lot of medication for a lot of the time. So I don't know. We don't have any really obvious answers right now, but I'm sure they will come over the next few weeks, and then we'll go from there. But for the minute, I can't control anything other than how I feel about stuff, how I react to stuff, what I put in my mouth, and how I move my body in terms of like how it impacts me. So I'll continue doing what I've been doing and managing my stress as I can. Andy dropped on me yesterday that he thinks he's going to have to travel to Texas, not next week but the week after, so that's good. But again, we'll just keep playing it by ear. It's 9:45 and I'm gonna go to Home Bargains because I saw on New Food UK that someone had commented that the new Monster, the Lando Norris one, was in Home Bargains and that there was loads of them. So I'm gonna go and check that out and see if we can grab one. Honestly, the only good thing about coming up to the hospital so frequently is that I'm getting in my steps a piece of piss. Oh God. It's, what, 5:30? I don't even know, I didn't even look at that. And I'm just heading home. I've been up here since about 3 o'clock. Obviously, yesterday was lovely, but I am quite tired and just feeling a little bit bleh. But that was positive. I think he'll be home this week, which is a great sign.